Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have this simple soft crease and a winged eyeliner, and if you want to see how I achieved this look, then please keep watching. So as always, I'm going to start with priming my eyes using the Louise base in the shade 02. I'm using a flat synthetic brush from Mitchell and Louise collection to clean up underneath my brow, and then I'm gonna switch to Colourpop F12 to apply the base all over the lid. By the way, I filmed this video 2 months ago and I'm just editing it now, so it wasn't supposed to be a full makeup tutorial, but I guess that's what we're gonna do. I always make sure to blend that base towards the side of my nose and my temple. I'm going to start off with the shade Ounce and apply it on the inner portion of my lid just to stop the base from creasing while I'm working on the outer corner. Oh my god, and I completely forgot to mention that I'm working with the Naked Heat palette from Decay. Sorry about that, guys. So now I'm going with the shade Fuego and I'm using Morphe E18 brush to apply it on my outer corner. I do have hooded eyes, so I'm trying not to bring it too far to the side and keep it where my eyeliner would be to visually lift the eyes. Once the color is there, I like to lightly blend the edges just a little bit to help me with further blending into the second color. I decided for myself that going with the second shade first instead of using the darkest color helps me to avoid patchiness and just makes eyeshadows blend a lot easier. Back when I used my concealer as an eyeshadow base and set it with powder, it didn't even matter. I could even start off with the darkest color or even black, but when you use a tacky base, it's just a little bit different. Next, I'm gonna go with the shade He Devil, and I'm using Morphe M506 blending brush. I'm lightly blending out the edges of the shade in Fuego, and when there is barely any product left on the brush, I'm going to bring it closer towards my inner half. I'm also going to blend out the edges on the inside so I could have a nice transition into that white shade that I used all over the lid. Now I'm going back with the shade Ounce and I'm going to apply it a little bit above my crease and bring towards the outer corner. By the way, I'm using Morphe M167 brush, but any flat synthetic brush will do. I'm also going to use the same shade to highlight underneath my brow. Next I'm going to go with the shade Sauced, and I'm using another Morphe 506 brush to blend out the edges of the previous shade. Make sure to keep that V shape, especially if you have droopy eyes, so make sure your brush goes over the edges and not next to them. Basically, I'm just repeating the same steps that I did with the shade He Devil, except that I'm gonna bring it a lot closer towards my inner corner than I did with that shade. Make sure there is barely any product left on the brush at that point because you don't want that line to be too harsh. Now I'm going with the shade Ashes and I'm using Morphe E36 pencil brush just to darken my outer corner a little bit more. And now I'm going back with Morphe E18 brush and a little bit of the shade Fuego to blend it out. By the way, if this is too dark for you, you can totally leave it as it is and skip this step. I personally find the end result to be daytime appropriate, but I can see how some people can find it to be too much if they don't usually wear a lot of makeup, but you can always make some adjustments. As you can see, I switched to my blending brush and I'm just going over everything with the same colors that I used earlier, making sure that every color looks pigmented and everything is nicely blended. It's all about going back and forth between the shades until it looks perfect. I'm going to apply a little bit of the white shade all over the lid once again and then go with the shade Sauced in the middle for that nice transition. As for my eyeliner, I'm going to be going with Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid liner, and this is going to be my first time using it. I usually go for gel liners and pens. I'm not used to working with liquid liners like that, So the applicator was a little bit weird to me, but probably I just need a little bit of time to get used to it. I find it to be a little bit stiff, and it definitely doesn't make a line as thin as my Ico pen, which started leaking just after a few uses, so disappointing. But overall, I think it's a really nice liner. I like that it's matte because pretty much every other eyeliner I ever tried was glossy, so that's a plus. Yes, overall I actually think it's really nice. I just need to get a hang of this applicator. Now I'm just gonna go with a concealer that is way too light for me, but honestly I think I got some tan and I haven't worn any face makeup in months, so I didn't even know what my shades were. I'm just gonna mix it with a darker shade and make it work. And here comes the dark foundation that I bought online and never returned. I'm honestly terrible at returning things, so if something is not my shade but I like the formula, I'm gonna keep it for my Instagram and YouTube videos because all you can see is my eye and a little bit of skin around it, so in my mind it doesn't really matter that it doesn't match my neck. For my waterline, I'll be mixing two shades from Anastasia Beverly Hills lip palette to get this nude color. And finally I'm going to apply some mascara and lashes to complete the look. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned something new. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. I hope I'll see you in my next one. Bye!